And we're live with another outtake stream with the mopeds.
Outtakes mean outlaws on parade. Like, we don't have to be quite so sophisticated. We can be more relaxed, hopefully a little funnier. So, America,
Or less relaxed, maybe. Or amped up and crazy.
okay then.
All right, how you
Um,
doing?
yeah, nothing. I don't feel like doing the old man complaining about aches and pains thing right now.
And yet here we are.
Uh,
What about the old man complaining about the kids of the world?
yeah, America, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, America's one of the kids, isn't it? When you
Well,
think
for
of all the
sure,
countries.
for sure. It's one of my favorite kids. Anyway, I know you're not supposed to have favorites.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I wanted to ask you this question. If you could take each of your kids, just the two of you individually, on kind of like a coming of age acknowledgement of their adulthood, kind of exciting adventure somewhere, where would you take them? And just sort of go through the list. Where would you take Bodie? Where would you take,
Robin. Boy, that's so hard. Like Robin is going to be 30 in a year or two. So her coming to adulthood is decades ago. And who was she at that period of time?
now it's about doing something now that you'd want to
Now,
do as like a thing, like, hey, let's share this time together, but I want to show you this beautiful part of the world, or I have this moment with you.
my honest gut feeling is that I wouldn't do it individually. I'd invite all three of them and say, and it would be a joint decision. It'd be like, okay, what are we going to do?
Got it. So you take them all three and you decide where you want to go. So
Yeah.
let me ask another question. Would you go to Disneyland if they wanted to go to Disneyland?
Fuck yeah, that'd be one of my first choices, but I don't know that it'd be one of theirs.
Got it. Okay. How about countries? Like, if you're just going to pick a country to go on an adventure on, where would you want to go? If you knew they would go anyway.
Right. Turkey comes to mind.
Mm.
France, of course, that whole like England. I'd love to go to England and Scotland and Ireland, explore those areas that are steeped in Gaelic lore.
Gaelic.
Lore.
What's
Gaelic, yeah.
the next pronunciation?
And God, there's so much of the world I'd love to see. I haven't been to Latin America at all. Well, I've been to Mexico and Nicaragua, but I haven't been to South America.
Mm.
Robin has been everywhere. So I don't know. That's a great, interesting question. What about you? Like if you and your partner could do, well, first of all, what do you think would be adventurous, like kind of pushing boundaries of comfort for you and your partner together?
Oh, let's see. I'm going to go with my first thought, although as I have more thoughts, I'm like hedging my bets. But I think it'd be really interesting to go to China.
Yeah, that seems like something you both would love.
Right. And it would also feel a bit edgy.
Yeah.
Right. Right now, a lot of my interests, like Japan, China, South Asia, I've heard really interesting things about Thailand, and I think it'd be fun to go see maybe Indonesia. From what I've heard, Bali's fun, but it's also really crowded from what I've heard. So Bali's somewhere she's been already, and we've always talked about going there. So I'm sure once we got in the neighborhood and we didn't go to Bali, we'd be sad. And now I'm going to flip the script. Places I wouldn't want to go. right?
Are.
Washington, D.C. Um, uh, I don't really, I wouldn't want to go to India,
Hmm.
but I do want to go to Bhutan, which is right near India,
How come not India?
because of my misconceptions about what it would be like.
Okay. Which you're not going to stream out into the universe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it crowded?
Well, yeah.
It's only crowded in the big cities, though.
Right. It's just not on my list.
What about the Middle East?
Mm. Where would I least want to go right now? Well, obviously Iran.
Yeah.
Where else would I not want to go?
Well, like the US travel, whatever it is, government has warnings out for pretty much that whole area.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Quanon or something like that.
I'd love to go to the west coast of Africa. I think there's some
Hmm.
interesting places there that would be fun to sort of see. I know they're dangerous. Some of them are dangerous, but like the Congo is no picnic.
I don't know. Like that's again, like I remember when I went to visit my mom in Nicaragua, on the news, it was when the students, the college students were protesting in the
Mhm.
capital. And yeah, when you landed and you went driving through the capital, there were these big concrete barriers but then you're out of that city. And it's kind of like I think you and I have spoke about this before that if, San Francisco was blowing up with chaos, but we're here in Marin, like, okay, that's over there. We're fine.
Yeah, well, that is happening. Not necessarily
Well,
blowing up, but there is a lot of chaos over across the Golden Gate Bridge from where we are, for sure. Yeah.
and so the Congo, like, are we just judging the Congo based on a story of one particular area?
Absolutely, we are judging based on the story. Can we shift gears? Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
I was feeling like such like in the last couple of times there have been No Kings rallies. I was like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But then this weekend there's one, and I feel motivated to go. And I noticed that for some reason, the one that's usually held at the Civic Center on the grounds of the Civic Center in San Rafael isn't happening. There isn't one there.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what's happening? Like, why? There's tons of them. There's one in Mill Valley. There's one in 2, 3 in San Rafael. There's 2 or 3 in Novato. They're kind of dispersed. And I was thinking to myself, why are we all dispersed like this? And it's like partially convenience, partially logistics, right? And I'm like, oh, this is the polite revolution.
The polite revolution. Excuse me, could you stop what you're doing?
It's funny how British propriety becomes the version of polite that we think of, right? Like, also, I really enjoyed our guest this week from Singapore.
Yeah.
So smart and so subtle in some of the ways she mentioned things. Like there was things she mentioned that were just like if you weren't thinking or paying attention, they kind of just went right by. It was really good to visit with her. Yeah,
I guess that's going to be live next Monday. Is really good too. Talking about the social political realms of the world. Yeah. So
here we are, Moped Outlaws. You folks we got a bunch of new follows this week. Thank you for those. And more and more, we can be more and more a part of your lives and Greg and I are hungry for attention, so come on, bitch.
Wah, wah.
No.
Look at me. Do you know Laurie
Hey,
Anderson?
look at me. I'm over here. I'm over
Right,
here.
right. Laurie Anderson has this great song that this one part goes, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." I just love it.
Mm.
Yeah.
She's an amazing performer and has kept her artistic integrity for her career. It's been interesting to witness.
Yeah. I was really pleased when her and Lou Reed hooked up.
Yeah. She must have been bummed.
She
When he
was.
died.
Yeah, she did a performance piece about the grieving process. Well, brother, see you Friday.
Yes, sir. On time, ready to rock.